The next square is 3 solid rows of each colour twice, so it's a nice easy one. And we'll pop a slip stitch on our hook by holding your yarn end in the right hand over and pulling it through, tightening up that loop. Yarn over, pulling through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 19 actual chains with 1 loop on the hook, which makes 20. Turning that chain over and working your first stitch under that back bar, pulling it through and just holding it on your hook. Under that little bump on the back of your chain, pulling through, and that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll meet you at the other end. We now have 20 stitches on our hook. Bunch them up a bit, yarn over and pull through the first one, then yarn over and pull through the first one and the second. Yarn over, pull through 2, and continue on this way. We're going to make 3 solid rows of navy, and then we're going to add a new colour on the right hand side this time. So let's both go off, do our rows, and I'll meet you back here soon. Righto, I've got 2 solid rows on my hook plus half of a third row. So we'll just get to the end of this, pulling up loops under the vertical bars, and now into our little pretzel stitch. Righto, now to complete the third row we need to do a return pass back, and then we're going to pop the new colour on at the right hand side. So yarn over and through 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Just before finishing this return pass, when you introduce a new colour on the right hand side, you can do it like we do with normal crochet. You can do half the stitch, pop your new colour on and pull it through, and then you're starting with your new colour straight away. Let's just firm up this yarn end, snip that off actually. I'm not going to be needing that at the moment, and grab my green. Okay, hook under the second vertical bar, pulling up a loop. Go across your navy work, or whichever colour you've chosen, and this will complete the third row in that first colour. See how you think you would possibly get a green come through on this one, but it doesn't start until the next row. So then we're going to do 3 solid rows of the green. So you do 2.5 and then add the next colour in to finish the third. Into our pretzel on the end, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, need to turn my hook down a little bit, it's better. I I am feeling like this Knit Pro hook is sliding better than the bamboo. You wouldn't think that there'd be a difference, but there actually is. So hopefully this will help my shoulder go the distance. Yarn over through the last two, tighten that last stitch through the vertical bar. I've done 2 full rows in green, and now I'm doing that return pass that you need to complete your row number 3. Pulling that through. Now we can change colours to our off-white prior to finishing this row. Pulling yarn through, and there we go. Now I'm going to snip off this green, pick up my white yarn, tighten that last green loop, of course. Now we're going to go under our vertical bar, picking up our white and finishing off the 3rd row for the green. Okay, so let's do our full rows, 1, 2 and a half, and we'll meet back here together to change yarn colours again. We've done 2 and a half full white colours. Now we're going to add the navy back in on the last 2 stitches. Pull through there, tighten the white one, tighten the navy. Actually, we'll snip the white one off. Now we'll finish off our 3rd white row, and then we're going to continue doing this another time, a whole nother time. So I've got navy, green, white. I'm putting navy on now. Then we're going to do another green and another white, and then cast off. So I'm going to leave you here to do your navy section, change colour to the green, do the green section, and change colour to the white. And when we're at the end of the white, we're going to catch back up and cast off together. Now, if you're unsure about this, just go back to the start of the video for this 2nd square, because it's going to be exactly the same thing. Okay? You'll be fine. I believe in you. You'll be absolutely fine. See you soon. We've come to the last row on this little square, and this is where we'll do our casting off. So we've done 2 solid rows and a half of a row up the top. Now to complete this square, we need to pull up a loop under that vertical bar and then pull that loop through the other one that was on the hook. Okay, so that's casting off a stitch. Pulling up a loop, now pulling the left hand loop under the one on the right. Once you feel much more confident doing this, you can do it in one motion. Pulling up a loop and then pull through both loops. But be careful with your tension doing it that way. But it is a little time saver. So pull up a loop and then pull that loop through the one on your hook. Now near the end, we pull up a loop through the loop on the hook, and we have to find our little pretzel stitch, which is nice and obvious this time. Sometimes they're kind to us, sometimes they're not. Pulling yarn through and through the loop on your hook, and then that's it. It leaves a really neat finishing off row. Snip that off, pull that through, and I will weave in the yarn ends at another time because we've got another square to get through.